Biaggia, boy, that rustic roasted tomato smells so great. I can't wait to have some of that. Great. But we're going to move on to our second course, all about healthy heart. What do you have planned?
Well, we have turkey marsala. We're going to make a turkey marsala. Instead of use a chicken, we're going to use a turkey. Turkey is a little bit healthier, and you know it's not being too much utilized. So we're showing our.
And you can get it very easily. You know, we forgot to mention all the ingredients you can get just right at your local store. You know, we're not going to use fancy, difficult things to find. And it's going to be healthy for you. I'm committed to making sure the food is healthy.
Yeah, but it's got to taste good.
Well, that's your job, man. Right. So come on.
So that's what we have.
Turkey Marsala. Where are we going to start?
So we're starting. So again, we're going to put our pan to high heat and then reducing down. So we're starting with having a little bit of omega-3 oil.
And again,
olive oil.
We're using turkey breast today.
Right.
If you are going to be using ground turkey at home, be careful that it's ground turkey breast, because if they grind it with the dark meat, you're getting a lot of fat in there. All right.
So we're going to have some of the onions.
You know, onions are also very good for the liver. We talked about that with the beets. They're good for the detoxification of phase 2. Onions have that same phenol compound in there, the same family of compound, which will help with detoxification in the liver.
And with that, as you see, we're using one pan. The goal is to use one pan to make it easier at home to follow. You know, it doesn't have to be. You know, again, we're cooking from the heart. So.
And that means thinking about the person who's got to clean the pans. Right. See, we're thinking about everybody else. We're giving. If we do it in one pan, everybody's happy. Because in my house, if you cook, you don't clean.
You don't clean, exactly, right.
You know? So that's what it's all about.
So we make everybody happy. So in this case, you know, we put the onions a little bit first. This way they get softer, and also, you know,
now the onions are, a chiffonade? They're just sliced.
Chiffonade sliced.
How come?
Yes.
You just like that?
This way it's easier, rustic. We keep the rustic theme.
All right, very nice.
So we have a turkey here. We're just going to put some salt and pepper.
Okay. Now, it's turkey breast. Almost like a scallopine.
Almost like a scallopine. No, it's thin, you know.
So maybe a quarter of an inch?
Pound, right.
But you didn't pound it.
We didn't. You know, we got to keep it with the rustic, so we do rustic.
There you go. We got them going now. That's nice.
There we go. See how
turkey is high in the amino acid tryptophan. Very calming, very sedating. We're going to talk more about the amino acids and sedating and stimulating when we do our dessert today. But it's just a great source of protein that's lean and healthy.
Some baby portobello.
There you go. Baby portobellos are also called creminis, but they're basically baby portobellos. You know, technically, what's the preparation on a mushroom from a culinary perspective?
Well, a lot of people, they don't wash it. Don't wash it because they say, you know, the weight, they will absorb water, will lose the flavor, but, you know, I don't think so. So ours, they're washed. They're washed, you know, quickly rinse, dry it up with a towel.
I guess that's a little more important when you have some of those wild mushrooms.
Well, it depends also the type of mushroom. You know, if you're using a porcini mushroom, you know, it's very delicate. Also, the porcini, you know, the smell of the porcini, it makes unique porcini mushrooms, and so you want to be gentle.
Yeah, you don't want to wash all that off.
So you don't want to rinse them off, but, you know, you want to get like a rag, a little bit wet, and go on with that.
So now
we're searing our turkey. Okay. See, with all the vegetables, so it's getting cooking.
Now, is the salt from the turkey going to cause the mushrooms to throw up too much of the water?
Not really, not as much, but, you know, we want to have a little bit, and plus this is a baby, so they're less water. You know, they're not too big, so they're more firm versus, you know,
and that's a pretty high heat?
On a high heat, right? See the caramelization we got in there, and again, we did not use any flour on the turkey breast. Usually, to make it creamier, you know, usually you put the turkey dust in flour, so this way will help to create a root. So in this case, we don't, but, you know, we're trying to caramelization in the pan, but when we throw our wine in, with the reduction, it will be a little bit creamier.
Now, the reason we hold off on the flour is to be healthy for the heart. We want to keep the glycemic index low. And white flour used for these dredging type of dustings, it would raise the glycemic index, which means you get a big sugar spike in your insulin levels after you eat. When that happens, it creates inflammation. Inflammation is a driving factor for heart disease, so that's why Biagio took it out. So we appreciate
we took that out. Yeah.
And that's also why we use multi-grain, whole grain bread, low glycemic index, better to keep for the heart. Now, how long is that going to have to cook?
Well, it's going to cook a little bit longer because, the pieces, they're a little bit thicker than usual. But, if you guys take a couple minutes and pound it out a little bit nice and thin, they only take about 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
So,
well,
in this
what are we going to
case,
serve this with then?
we're going to serve with our sweet mashed potato.
Okay, mashed sweet
so
potatoes.
So we're going to do that. We're going to start right here. Again, we're going to...
So mashed potatoes, or rather sweet potatoes, are what we also call yams in this country. A true yam is very long and it's dark, it's black, it looks like a root. So if you see something that says yam and it looks yellowish or orangish or even purple, it is a true sweet potato. These
Don,
guys
I'm
are
going to make you work today.
All right, make me work.
So we're going to put a little bit the almond butter here, reverse it to regular butter.
Okay.
And you can use this water spoon right next to you and start to mash it up.
I can do that.
The sweet potato, previously they already been boiled, just to cut a little bit of time. You just mash everything up.
Got it.
And we'll keep this at lower.
Now, sweet potatoes as well as tomatoes, the antioxidants in there get absorbed better with a source of fat. So by adding the almond butter, we get that source of fat. It'll give you that, bring out the sweetness, and it also helps bring out the antioxidants. The sweet potatoes are also high in a soluble fiber, which helps lowers LDL cholesterol. And it actually has been shown to help with certain cancers as well. The soluble fiber is great for the colon.
Here we go. So we're going to have a little bit of wine. See, we raise it up, a little bit of wine, and the cream start to go. How's your mash looking, Doc?
It's coming. It's
coming. Okay, great. So I'm gonna get you a plate, and we're gonna plate them up.
Now, what kind are we using? A little bit of Marsala wine. Now,
we
as
use
the
a little
wine
Marsala,
cooks,
right?
But they could use anything. They could use a
they
white
can use
wine
sherry wine, white
sherry.
wine, any type of wine, burgundy wine, whatever you prefer. Our case, we'll leave it the Marsala this way, nice aroma, aromatic. It's bland versus to be white, and it's getting the creamy. See the creamy that I told you before? We're getting with the caramelization over the onions and all that, the mushroom stuff.
Nice.
So and the juice from the chicken. So it's not going to be a really thick sauce, but versus it's going to be a clear sauce. So I think we're done to go. So Don, pass me the dish and we are plating everything up. Yep.
Now, I want to take a moment to talk a little bit about almond butter while you're plating, if you don't mind.
No problem.
Did you know that if you take a piece of white bread and you put 3 tablespoons of almond butter on it, it lowers the glycemic index of that piece of bread by over 50%. Almonds are high in magnesium, which is great for your heart. Magnesium is your natural calcium channel blocker. People are on calcium channel blocker medications. You can take almonds to do the same thing. Really good for you. It's high in monounsaturated fats, which means they're good for your heart, like olive oil. Eat almonds every day.
You can pass me that.
Here you go. I got to spoon up. That's a big portion because I like almond butter and sweet potatoes.
Ooh, it smells delicious.
This is a killer recipe for your heart, and it's high in antioxidants.
Here we have it.
And
we got a little bit creative. Here we go.
Bravo.
Here we go.
Hey, Biagio, I know I didn't taste the bruschetta, but I'm not waiting on this because I got to have some of this almond butter. And this is one of my favorites, but I'm going to get a little piece of the turkey over there at the same time. I'm doing it all together. Let me see. Oh, man.
It tastes good, huh?
That tastes good.
I can't wait.
You guys could smell.
All right, we will take a moment to break, and when we come back, we're going with the dessert.
Yeah, ciao. I'm going to go eat this over here. I'll see you guys next show.